All right, y'all, what it do, man? Quick video here. It won't be too long because I got to get on the road. But man, I did a quick junkyard run today. I just felt the need to go to the junkyard today, man. And usually when it's raining, I have pretty good luck. And today, man, it's crazy. I had some pretty dang good luck. So let me flip this camera around so I can show you what I got here. I have been after a certain speedometer, digital speedometer, old 80 style, for a while, and finally found one. Wasn't even really looking for it today, but I actually came across two, and I've been looking for these for a long time, man. And every time I try to go find one, they're gone. Or they don't just have them. So let me flip this camera around so I can show you. First step, before I show you, you can see I gave in and got another G6 roof. Now, I was coming up here because this G6 that I originally filmed a while ago when I did my last junkyard run, they must have just got it because it was like brand new, not even picked through or nothing. And the G6 panoramic roof was up there, and I was like, man, I would love to take it, but I really don't need it. However, I had been kind of just thinking about me needing extra glass just in case, because they're not making these no more, and parts are harder to come by, and especially in this area I can't ever seem to find the G6 sunroof. So being that it was up here, it had been up here for 2 months, and so I called to see if they still had it, and they did. I was thinking about taking the whole thing because they probably would have nickel and dime me if I took parts here and there. I was going to take the motor and all that, but one assembly altogether, it probably was like 50 bucks. So they actually charged me only 40 for it because they gave me a discount, because this is actually non-functional. Somebody had already picked through the G6 when I got there and actually ruined the track because they had to get to something, and they basically pried along the track all the way down underneath it, and it just totally ruined it. So it's not functional anymore. So I just took it for parts, and being that the headliner was already off, they had everything off, half of it was already taken out. So I was like, well, let me just go ahead and finish taking it out myself. It's much lighter, doesn't have a whole lot on it, but I need the glass, and it actually has the two motors, the sunshade motor and the sunroof motor, so that's a positive as well. It just doesn't have the sunshade. Somebody picked that off as well. I think that's what they were trying to get. So picked this up, they gave it to me for 40 bucks. Good. And also got the switch as well, so I got a backup switch. Now these here I've been after for a while now. I love 80s, man. I'm just like an 80s baby. And if you guys have never seen these before, these are like old school 80s GM digital dashes, and they came on like some of the S10s, I think the 4.3 liters, and the Oldsmobile Bravdas and the S10 Blazers. And I can never find one, man. And they hardly ever have Bravdas up here that are from 89 to 94. Also, they usually have a bunch of Blazers, but they're usually not the correct model that I need. So I always seem to strike out. This is actually not a common swap in G-bodies, in particular the Turbo Regal, but it has been done. And a few people have done it, and there is a write-up on how to do it. It's a little bit more involved, but man, when it is in there, it is dope, and it's nothing like you've ever really seen before. If you guys have never seen it before, it's pretty awesome. So I basically took off everything that I needed, the wiring harness for it, and just the whole cluster itself. And I'm tested it here, and it all lights up. So what I'll probably do is just try to test it for you, just so you guys can see how it lights up. I love my digital dash. However, it's not fully functional, and it's just numbers on the dash, which is fine, and it has a tach. But this is actually pretty cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and light it up, and then you guys can let me know what you think. I love 80s style, man. It reminds me of kind of like Knight Rider style. But here, let me go ahead and light this up. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is tinted. This right here is tinted, and so I guess it's really bright. So that's why they tinted it. This, how it's like kind of bent at like a 45 degree, wouldn't be used in my particular car. I would have to only use the actual motherboard itself, or whatever you call it, and then I would have to use a a flat piece of plexiglass just from my own original speedometer cluster. But if you guys can see, that's what it looks like there. So you have your gas, your volts, your digital, and it's hard to see, y'all. I know it's hard to see, but you have your digital miles per hour, and then over here you have your temp and your water, or excuse me, your oil PSI, oil pressure, and then you have your tach down here. It's really hard to see. You have your tach down there, and then you have your mileage. And I don't know if that mileage is right. This mileage says it has 400,000 miles, but I don't know if that's right. It could be, I don't know, but or it could be 100. Maybe it's 100. I don't know. Maybe 100,000. 87. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much what it looks like, and I like it, man. I like it. You guys might not like it, but I like it. And so we'll see. I don't know. I'm still messing with it. The good thing is I can always go back to my original dash, or I can always go back to my digital dash that I have in there already. So and then here I got another switch again for the sunroof. So I think it's pretty dope, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I love the 80s style stuff, and I think this would be kind of cool looking in my Regal. But we shall see. All right, y'all, I'm back in the car, cleaned up, man. I had to get off from standing, man. I've been standing for so long and running around the junkyard. I had to get out of those clothes because I was sweating my butt off. But yeah, y'all, that's what I got, man. I am so glad. Something was pulling me to come to the junkyard today, and I'm glad I did. And I scored those 2 speedometer clusters, man, and man, awesome. So I really like them, so we'll see. I'll probably try to attack maybe doing the swap sometime, you know, within the next couple weeks. I don't dislike the dash that I have. I actually really like it. But it'd be kind of cool to, like I said, I love that like 80s style look, and it, you know, it's definitely bright and it lights up the whole, you know, instrument panel. And plus it's not just numbers, you know, it has some what's the right words I'm trying to say? It has some personality, you know. It has that kind of like that look of the 80s, and I really like it. And also too, on my my Regal cluster, the coolant and the oil pressure is off anyway, and so the only thing that really works correctly is the tach, the boost, and the miles per hour. Everything else doesn't even work. So the numbers pop up, but they don't register correctly. So I don't know what's up with that. It just never had worked right, and I don't know. So we'll see. I'm excited that I just got the dashes, and I'll start to investigate more and see how much more involved that it is. But you know, that could be more content for the channel, so stay tuned for that. There's not a whole lot of YouTube videos on how to do that, mainly just from like S10 to S10, or S10 to, you know, Bravda, or S10 to Blazer or something like that, but not really on a Gbody, not on a Regal in particular. So only a couple of write-ups that I've seen, but no YouTube videos. We'll see y'all. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the road and get on up out of here. But you guys know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Stay with me. We got this. I'm back. Let's get it.